What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Diondre, one time for the one time, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Insane. This is gonna be my how I knew I was trans video. I'm gonna tell you guys how I knew that I was this guy, that I was me, myself, and I. When I was young, when I was a young warthog, I was always a tomboy. I always dressed like a boy. Not by choice per se. It became by choice later, but it started out as my mom wasn't always around, so my dad had to take care of me and my two little sisters, and he didn't know how to shop for girls, so he always just used to buy clothes like his and put us in them. So by default, I was just dressed like a little boy, and it just so happened that I was the only one that actually liked it, and my sisters just grew out of it. I always admired my father. Like, my father has always been, like God to me, I guess. Always want to be like him. So it was just like he would buy us matching outfits and things like that, and I was always the one that was just into it. That was just my thing, being, my father's little twin. We would go out in the streets and people would say, "Oh my God, your son is so cute." My dad would be like, "That's my daughter," and I would just be like, but hey, because it even though I didn't know what transgender was at that young age, I always wished that I was a boy. Even at an age young as 5, 6, I always used to wish I was a boy. I used to wish on Starlight, Starbright, first star you see tonight. My wish was always, I wish I woke up as a boy. Every single night. And when I would wake up in the morning, I'm like, nope, you're still yourself. And I would just be so depressed. Like, I would cry sometimes. Sometimes I wouldn't cry, I'd just be sad, and I would just get over it. It was just like, I guess that, wishes don't come true. So, I've always dressed like a boy. It wasn't until my mom started coming around more, because she wasn't necessarily not around by choice. She was not around because she had to go to school. So she was going to school at night and working during the day. So she was home super late, or very rarely she was home. So when she started being able to be home more, she started taking over with dressing us and trying to put us in skirts and dresses, and I was never with it. It was just not my thing. I don't do skirts, I don't do dresses. Nah. So, eventually it stopped. And they would just buy pants and shirts for us. And at the time, when I was in elementary school, they had started uniforms, because at first we didn't have to wear uniforms at my school, and after a while we did. And I used to sag my pants and unzip them and stuff, and the uniforms were basically you had to go get this generic outfit, and it was pants were boys' pants and the shirts were boys' shirts. So it was unless you bought the little khaki dress thing, that was the only way you were wearing a girl's outfit, because other than that you were wearing a boy's shirt under the little khaki dress thing. So I had boys' pants, I had boys' shirts, and then I had sneakers. And I would just unzip my pants and unbutton them and let them fall. That's how I used to sag as young as 2nd grade. I remember one day, one of the students in my class caught me, and he was just looking, because he seen that my pants were undone, and I'm just looking at him
what you looking at, kid?
Anyway, so yeah, I didn't know anything about trans at this age. I didn't know anything about liking girls, none of that. But I was always with the boys, bothering the girls. Middle school, had 2 boyfriends. Because, I'm a girl. I should like boys, right? So I got two boyfriends. Not at the same time, but, tried them out. Didn't really go anywhere. kisses did occur, but it was like anytime that they tried to like, slob it down, I wasn't with it. It was just like, no, I'm not. Why? And then it would be like, to me, it was like, why aren't I liking this? I'm supposed to like this. But it didn't click with me that, hey, you like girls. And it's crazy because it was this one girl. Her name was Destiny Fant. Yo, I used to have the biggest crush on this girl. She was so beautiful to me. As young as 6th grade, she was so beautiful, and I used to get butterflies in my stomach when she would come in the room, and she was always like one of the most popular girls in our class, and but she was never mean to me because I was shy. Nobody really was all that cool with me. Sometimes I would get bullied, sometimes the popular kids were cool to me, but she was always nice. If she came in the classroom and I was in there, she spoke to everybody as well as me. Like, she would come if I was sitting at the table, oh hi, and I just used to be sweating bullets, like, oh my god, this girl is talking to me. And I never understood why I got so nervous when she would come around. But this was as young as 6th grade, and even then I didn't know that I like girls. So high school hits and I was still playing it off like I didn't like girls. That's when everything splits out and becomes mainstream. You got the LGBT group, you got the goths, you got the losers, you got the geeks, you got the populars. And the lesbians and shit like that used to come to me like, oh, you like girls? And I used to be like, no. Ended up getting me a boyfriend that was the new boy in school, the cutest boy in school at the time because he was new. And I'm just like, yeah, look at my boyfriend. I don't like girls. But it didn't go anywhere. We didn't kiss, we didn't do anything. He ended up leaving me for my best friend, and I didn't really give a fuck because I ended up getting a girlfriend after that. The girl that I was flirting with when I first got into high school. This is not the girl that I had a crush on, but the girl that I was flirting with when I ended up going to high school, and I'm flirting with her without knowing that I'm really flirting with this girl. So she's the one that ended up telling the lesbians and stuff that I like girls, and that's how it started. I didn't know that. But yeah, she was my first girl kiss, and it was like sparks flew. And from then on, I was a lesbian. All throughout high school, I was a lesbian. I graduated, and it was time for me to go to college, and I was like 19. And one night I was watching YouTube, and I got to the section of YouTube where you don't necessarily mean to be at, but you end up there. And it was a video of this trans guy telling his story about how he knew he was trans, and he's saying things, and it was just like so it was just like I was agreeing with everything he was saying. His story was hitting home, so I started looking more into it. I was looking up more videos, I was seeing other guys, listening to their stories, and seeing the trans guy tips and looking at all these updates and timelines. And then I looked it up on Google, and I'm just like, what? And then I had a different girlfriend at this time, and I told her straight up, I'm trans, and she was okay with it because she wasn't necessarily gay. She just had a crush on me, the only girl that she had a crush on. So I was like, you're not gay. You like guys, technically, because I'm a guy. So she was with it. She's the one that helped me pick my name. Shout outs to her. After that, it was smooth sailing. I started living as a guy. I started telling my friends, these are my pronouns. And telling them, this is what I am, this is my name. And this is even before I even came up with Diondre as my name. I was going by Romeo, and that was already my nickname, so for certain people. So I just told my friends, call me Romeo. We go out places, this is Romeo, he, him. That's it. And then eventually, my girlfriend at the time helped me pick out Diondre for myself. And after a while, I ended up telling my siblings, and I told them, don't tell daddy because he would be upset or whatever. I wanted to tell him on my own time. Now my father does know. He's not necessarily approving or disapproving, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. My siblings are pretty much, meh, do as you please. You're the oldest, so it's like whatever. My mom is supporting. My stepmom she's supporting, and in a way she kind of is just like meh, like my siblings, so it's just like whatever. And yeah, here I am today to tell you guys this treacherous tale. So yeah, that's basically a quick rundown, because I didn't want to go into too much detail, but that's like a quick run through of my whole timeline of life up till now. I'm 23, so you know the story could have been longer, but I kept it kind of short for you. Yeah, but that's like a dry run. But yeah, this has been my how I knew I was trans story or whatever. You know, I always leave you guys ways to contact me in the description below. So y'all do that. Y'all contact me and follow me on my social media. You know, like, subscribe, and share this video. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell her friend to tell her mama and her mama's cousin. You know, check this nigga out. You know, but yeah, this been your boy Diondre. One time for the one time. And I'm signing out on y'all. So peace.
I think I'm good for the summer, yeah. I just wanna let the top down and just ride. Feeling good, tryna live my life. I've been grinding all year. Got the hammer right here. If a nigga try, I'm so for real. This time, let your candy rain on me, babe. Don't fuck it up, it's on me, babe. If you fuck it up, it's all on me, babe.